really know a lot about Africa except for like the jokes that they post on Instagram.
Welcome to our channel. In today's video, we're hitting the streets to discover what Americans think of Africa.
It may be a little bit of a poor country. There is a lot of help that is needed. And, a lot of us as well, we also go based off, spreading the word of God, especially to those countries. There's a lot of lives to be saved.
I love African culture. I love the culture.
I think that Africa as a continent, right? It's huge, and also I think it's really pretty. They have I don't know. The only thing that I know about Africa is the lions and zebras and all of that. So I think it's really beautiful.
Definitely the animals. Y'all have some gorgeous women. So yeah, probably the thickest on the planet.
Well, I think Africa is a place that's exploited for all its minerals. It's been exploited for a lot of its people, a lot of its talents. Africa is a place of tradition that African Americans don't have in the United States. So that's another thing I think about Africa. I think Africa has a really strong culture.
When I think of Africa, I think of a place that is in much need. I think of a lot of kids in need, and I think of culture. I think that there's a lot of culture, a lot to be known, a lot of animals, beautiful place to be, and it's misunderstood.
I think Africa is an interesting place right now. There's a lot of cool things to see there, but there's a lot of, I'd say, political instability. You see these wars going on there. It's a terrible thing, but I'm just hoping to see in the next 20, 30 years have more global presence from Africa. I see a lot of potential from everyone there. I just hope things get better.
Okay, I absolutely love the culture. It's actually, as being Hispanics, it's part of our culture too. I think it's so vast. It's such a huge country. The culture, the food, the music, the colors, the fashion, I absolutely love it. African people in general, I absolutely love that they can speak different languages. There's French, there's different dialects. I find African people all amazing, beautiful. I love, like I said, love the culture. My daughter's Congolese herself, so I love to bring that type of influence into her life. And I just think it's absolutely beautiful, and I would love to go one day.
Different cultures. I know that Africa is made up of different countries. Africa isn't a country, it's a continent. So that's what I think about Africa. I think Africa is probably the paradise on earth, that's tapped into the wrong way. I mean, if we tap into Africa, it's like an oasis of all kinds. I mean, you can find deserts, you can find oceans, you can find jungles, but it's not just a big jungle. It's all kinds of land masses in Africa.
When I think about Africa, I think about South Africa. That's why I look up the most.
I think Africa is a beautiful continent, and I think there is a lot of beauty in it that I have yet to see. I hope to someday.
Like the great, what is it called? Like the Great Migration. I think that's an event that you need to see once in a lifetime. So I think I don't know. I think it's a really good continent. Probably as it's huge, it has a lot of things to see. As every place, maybe there's a good part and there's also like a bad side of Africa, but that's everywhere. So I think in general, we should focus in the good things about Africa. Like if you want to attract tourism, you should look for the safaris or things like that, but also places where the animals are not exploited. So in general, that is my opinion. I don't know really anything about Africa, but I know that I would like to be there at least once in my life.
I think it is the basis of civilization. I've gone to Africa before. I've went to Egypt, which is the motherland. So everybody there is very friendly. I hope to visit again some other countries, like maybe Kenya, Nairobi, Tanzania, and maybe some other places.
What I like about Africa is that it's pretty, and I see videos of how like people like show around it, and even though the houses aren't much, I still think they're pretty because especially because they're around nature.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for updates on our latest videos.